downtown. Pupunta ito sa Buffalo. That's great. Downtown Disney. Okay, I just bought a ticket. First time. Tickets DisneyLand. I'm good to go.
What am I getting here? You got a refund.
Welcome aboard. The next leg of our journey will take us along the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's a mighty long drop to the canyon floor. So for your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Be sure to watch your kids and no flash pictures, please.
Okay, dito ako ngayon sa New Orleans Park. Sa New Orleans. Dahil sa Toro House.
Almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this.
Heading down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away. Yeah, like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good, oh baby. We'll never get old.
Sa Adventure Aladdin. Aladdin Oasis. So different world. Regardless daw sila o nakakakuhan.
Look at her big eye. Does anyone know why it's called that?
Nandito tayo ngayon
Because
sa
Temple of the Forbidden Beast is terrible grammar.
Adventure Land.
Oh my goodness, folks, would you look at that? Over on our left-hand side, we have a Bengal tiger. Bengal tigers can get up to 500 pounds and can leap over 20 feet. Don't worry, we're about 15 feet away. He just sailed right over us. Look out, Ginger on the side right there. Ginger's next. She's a real tough cookie. And we are now entering the Indian Elephant Bathing Pool. Feel free to take all the pictures you like, folks. They all have their trunks on today. Looks like this this one up ahead has been in the shower too long. Look at all of those wrinkles. So what's up, you listening folks out there? If you stay in the shower too long, you may just turn into an elephant.
Just move over there.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, it's video. Say hi. Hi.
Amazing! Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside my cabin. Be sure to watch your children and no smoking, please. Bienvenido. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cubre a los niños. Por favor, se puede inocular. Now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view like I do. Believe me, there's nothing I like better than gliding along on this highway in the sky.
We're going to get a few people up here to do a little looping session later on and talk about how that is. So, you know, get ready for that. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be showing some clips. And let me kind of talk now about the business. You know, if you came in, you say, well, Bill's going to teach us to do stuff. I know you've been probably talked out doing this, but here's some of the basics that you need to know about the art of voiceover.
Yeah, I'm gonna share also. My website, Creative Voices, if you write voice talent in Southeast Asia, we come up #1 always, because I put all the countries in Southeast Asia. And I was also surprised that the people, especially the clients from Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, they're getting voices from the Philippines. And the good thing about the website, there's an international page for that, and I asked some of my friends, voiceover friends in America, to at least record a certain script for 1 minute. At least I will know that you have a very good quality of recording and also your voice. And they choose the voices there. And they ask me, how much is this? So I will ask that, how much do you cost? Because, you know, in Southeast Asia, we are one of the, I can say, lowest in terms of talent fee. Because, you know, I know most of the American voice artists are like, you know, earning so much from voiceover. But there, you know, it's still a baby stage, so they don't have any idea. Sometimes it's $200, $300 US. So I ask sometimes the client, oh, it's 400 or 500. I always share the
Yeah, Pocholo is making a very good point.
Joe, can you get a little closer to the microphone so everyone else can hear you?
I have a question regarding accents. So, am I to understand now that there is no market for people changing their accents? That, like, for example, Andy, you should stick to exclusively doing British, and Lofty, you only Australian, that there is no cross-pollination. And the second part of the question is for Simone. You said that you had to change your Spanish from Uruguayan to General American. Now, I speak Spanish. And
Latin American.
Yes, I have an accent when I speak Spanish that I need to turn into General American.
For changing accents, find a really good coach.
Yeah.
And there are a number of them around, and there's no shortage of resources in that regard. And for myself, I would like to work in the US market, so I ideally would love to be doing promo and trailer for the US market. So I'm looking to refine and learn the American accent, so when you hear it, it's not going to be, as Priscilla says, oh, that's Lofty trying to do a US accent, but it's got to be authentic, because that is the one thing, and you guys would have experienced it here listening to your local TV and radio, and we experience it back home when an American says, yeah, I can do an Aussie accent. G'day, mate, how you going? And it's like, where is that from? And it would be like, yeah, it might be somewhere, but it's certainly not Australia. So make sure whatever accent that you do is authentic, because otherwise, if you want to compete if your accent is not authentic, then why would they use you? They'll just get the real thing.
I can't remember who said it, but somebody said, be the best you that you can be. First of all, if you're talented on the accent side of things, then develop something like Pat Fraley. Pat can just switch between accents like he's changing clothes, and so I know that's something he's done. I heard a funny story. Bill Farmer's coming on Saturday talking about Goofy. He told a funny story about how he was coached to do Goofy in German, but the voice coach came from the wrong region. That's a funny story you might ask him about. But, for example, in Turkey, there are lots of American voices. At the moment, I'm the only native British voice living in Istanbul. I kill any British voices. Sorry, Bo, don't be careful. But then even if Bo came to Istanbul, actually we wouldn't be in competition with you. See, the thing is that in every aspect of voiceover, and this applies to the work that you're doing locally as well, people are hiring the best you that you can be. And we're not, yes, we're kind of in competition with each other, but you know, the producers are choosing the best voice for the job, we hope. So my voice is different from Bo's, and that's why we can share, you know, that's why this networking is so important, because somebody asked for a voice, and there are several people that we've met at conferences like this, or we've met in social media. For example, on my demo, my tag is done by Posey Brewer. Now, I've never met Posey before this week, but she's doing the tag on my demo because we met online, and she's doing work for a production company in Turkey regularly. And so you first and foremost be the best you that you can be. Remember, you were talking about having lots of foreign voices. Are your clients worried about a particular regional accent, or do they just want an American voice? They're not asking for a...
They're just asking for an American voice.
Yeah. General American.
General American.
And so Simone, you had a coach then, right?
You won't believe my story. Well, my story is very weird, but I studied neutral Spanish accent with a Uruguayan who used to live in Venezuela, in Caracas, and he used to be the technical engineer of a studio where dubbing, they specialized in dubbing movies or program TV shows from English to Spanish. Actually, Venezuela is one of the most important, has one of the most important industries in dubbing into Spanish in all South America, along with Argentina. He was not a voice talent, but he knew how to direct. So he has absorbed the neutral accent very well in his mind, in everything. And do you know how much I paid for? I only took 4 classes. Do you know how much I paid for that? $25. Those were the best $25 I've ever invested in my life, let me tell you.
Yeah, spend the money, it's worth
it. Yeah, no, but the other side of the story that I want to share with you guys, and especially with him, is that if you have to adapt and you want to learn a new accent of the language you already speak, practice. Record yourself, listen. I paid particular attention to telenovelas, to commercials, to promos, to everything. And I wrote down my own scripts or copied them from somewhere else, and I recorded myself, and listened to myself.
And directed yourself.
And directed myself.
Okay, so I think we need to go on to another question.
Oh, that's good, keep going. Are you done? Okay, no, that's a great story. Hi.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Randy Kay, and thank you for your tweet. It's very nice to be called the ever-famous Randy Kay. Thank you guys, because I have some international clients, but I'd love a lot more. So at some point, would love to know how to get on your rosters or talk with you. But my question for everybody's benefit is, you know, as an American voiceover talent, I'm assuming from hearing you talk that it's not a bilingual thing. It's just you need the American voice and enough smarts to help translate if necessary at times. Is there a specific demo that you guys feel is most marketable in the international market? Like, would you want just your standard commercial demo, or standard narration, or medical, or just use the American demos and they would be posted on your rosters? Or is there a specific, like an app demo, like a demo of apps that we've done? Is there something more specific that you would use?
I would probably say, what part of the industry do you want to focus on the most?
Well, I do a lot. I've been doing it for 30 years, so I get work in a lot of areas. So I
have all those demos.
I have them on my website. So there's none in particular that doesn't make a difference to you, just because the work is the work.
I would say, personally, I will actually tomorrow also go into the kind of styles that work better in Europe, say, than in the States. But in your demo, I'm a massive fan of a commercial demo, because I feel like that is like a tight way of showing your skill, and basically how you can make a bunch of advertising language sound natural. So for me, I love commercial demo passion. That's my passion. But what I would definitely put in your demo is an explainer video, like a bit of, like the explainer videos that explain how products work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting so popular, you need to have that. Like, it's just, there's so much work for that at the moment. Like, say for example, like companies in India that making a web app, and they want a video on their website that explains how the web app works.
Right.
I mean, there are thousands, millions of them, and most of them want an American accent because they want to break into the American market. And it's the most understandable accent worldwide. So I would definitely include that in your demo, and have a really good. Another thing you can include are American characters. So let's say there's like character as in a mom or a sister or whatever, a conversation, because that might be the type of thing you get hired for. Like an ad agency in London might want an American character. Maybe it's like a Sex and the City knockoff or something. Like, think about the type of jobs you might get as someone in London looking for an American accent. So explainer videos, characters.
Great.
Yeah, that's my personal.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I was hired by a company in South Africa to do an animated show, and I'm wondering if you guys have any opinions on how to go about getting your work that's international, because I'd love to have a copy for my reel.
Sorry, you've done the job and you want to get...
I haven't done it yet, so maybe it's something I would say in my contract with them. Like, is that possible to ask for a copy of it?
Yeah, that's getting a copy of, just say to the client, look, whether it be as you're going into the job or when the job's finished, look, because also there's, I don't know if this is the correct word, proprietary issues that they may be working on this project and it's a pitch and they don't want their competitors to know about it as yet. So they may say to you, we would love to give you a copy, but we can't right now because it's all very much under wraps.
Right.
But once it goes into the marketplace, we would be happy to give you a copy. Ask your clients and they will generally tell you, unless Priscilla, you have a comment to make on that. But
and also there's a lot of new content for iPods, computer games, animation, because they will keep on producing one. And I think before, the only one voice actor like Mel Blanc, he can do everything. But now I believe that for me, actually I have done a lot of animation for other countries.
Doing crazy voice, but they cannot recognize my accent. I don't know where your accent came from.
So, they don't know that I'm a Filipino.
And can I just say, on your website, can I mention the little secret we were talking about the other day? Yeah, on Pachola's website, there's we're going to break the rules, we're going to carry on. On Pachola's website the other day, there's a video, and I said, who did the voice on the video? Because it's this great English voice speaking. And it was Pachola.
Pachola, the VoiceMaster does all that. And he was actually surprised. But, that's true. You have to focus on your niche. Every time that they're asking me, can you do a voiceover in English? No, I can't. I said no. Because there are more people that are better than me who can do that kind of voiceover. So I only focus on Filipino voiceovers. So I just give the job for other people. Okay. Don't be selfish.
Thank you.